What's up, guys? I'm going to break down some bar muscle ups here with Andrea and myself. So we're going to kind of break this down at the same time. So what's going to happen, we're going to have Andrea's going to jump up. A nice grip on the bar. I like this position. And when I jump up, we look at identical. Same thing. We got that vertical position. Looks pretty good. I'm a little bit more hollow now that I see it. I missed this last time I looked at this. I'm a little bit more hollow. But I'm okay with that. That's fine. She'll get there, right? Like, see how she gets there immediately. It might just be I was the wrong frame. So that's good. Same exact position. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna have Andrea come through. There she's piking. I like the pike. That's what we want to see. However, once we start getting to that, you're gonna notice, bam. All right. So what's happening here is her feet are on the other side of the bar. All right, so she's kind of balanced. She has her hips on this side, feet and hands. And that's, we don't necessarily want that position. This is a really big arch. I would consider this overextension. It's very hard to have tension in your shoulders, in your lats, in your midline, in your legs when you're that overextended. So what we want is a more natural arch position here. So we're going to see me come through. I kind of get into a pike. I'd like to see my pike a little bit higher. That pike needs to be a little better. But when I come through, you're going to notice there's a bit of a swing. Where are my feet at? They're on the other side of the bar, right? We have hands, the feet are out front here, hips are here. So now my entire body is on this side of the bar, rather than she has most of her body, but we have the feet on this side. And notice I'm going to swing through. Now I'm going to hit that pike position. We're going to come through pike position. All right. So we're in the same position there, but look at the positioning on the bar, right? Her head is back here. Her hips are on this side of the bar. Her feet are on this side of the bar. So it's kind of the opposite. Again, it's balanced. So that is essentially like we want that type of balance when we're doing pull-ups or toes to bar or chest to bars. We want balance underneath the bar, but when we're doing bar muscle ups, we don't necessarily want that. They can be done like Andrea will do here, but it's not as efficient. So you're going to notice I'm completely on this side of the bar here, right? I'm now hollow. So now I start raising, right? I want you to look at my feet, see how high they are. They might be a little too high. Not too high, but I'd like to see them farther out. Like I would rather my feet be here, but be a little straighter, and you'll see that in a second. But when we see Andrea here, what she's doing is knees are coming to the bar, and they're not quite as high as mine, but her feet are dropping. And then what you're also going to see is the knees, you have one coming up and the other one not coming up. One's dropped, the other's dropped. That eventually, when she gets tired, that's going to lead to a chicken wing, where she's pulling over one arm then the other. So we're in that position. Then we have that turnover. So she's going to catch here. And I want you to notice that catch position. Notice how vertical she is here. And it's basically just a strict press out of that. All right. So now when I come through, hips come to the bar, my feet drop a little bit. Like I said, I'd like to see this a little bit more hollow, like a little bit more in this position. But not bad. And then when I turn over, I'm coming over. But when I turn over, notice what my legs are doing. See how my legs, because my legs were out longer, now they're going to swing under, and then my torso is going to flip over. My legs will come under, torso flip over, and then I can actually use that momentum, boop, the press out of that dip. So that's what we're looking for there. So we got to be a little bit more patient. We got to swing through, less arch. We have that nice arch position here, so we can keep tension in the midline, in the shoulders, in the lats. Keep tension there. Long legs equal long levers, right? We want those long levers when we're trying to create power. And then we open that hip and turn over. All right, so now we're going to work on that second rep as well. Let's see how that goes down. So Andrea's going to come down. She actually does a pretty good job with this. So she's going to drop straight down. and she comes down into a pike. I like that position a lot. You're gonna notice when I come down, I'm sort of there. I'd like to see a little bit more of a pike, but not too bad. And then we're gonna take that momentum. Now she hits that same position that we talked about earlier. She's in that overextended position. So what we want to use is have that pike. We have that pike position over here, and then I swing through. You see that last little bit where I'm swinging through. That's what we want. Arch. We don't want to overextend. And then same thing happens. We hit that pike, again in different positions. She's going to drive her knees and hips. We want those feet to stay out. We want to be in that hollow position. I'm going to come up. My feet were better in this one. They stayed out a little bit longer. See how I'm a little bit more hollow? I like my second rep better. And I come over and dip out of it, right? And you see how smooth that is? Like I have momentum on the way up to just press out. When she catches, she has to force it. When the feet are out here like this, when she catches like that is going to be a lot of stress on the shoulders and the hands and the grip to fight that position to actually get it. You see how she kind of pushed her hips back too in order to get it. If those feet were on this side, she'd be able to press out of that a lot easier. So not bad overall. I think Andrea has made a lot of gains on our bar muscle up, and this is just, we're getting to the finer points, getting those little details to be really efficient. And it's being able to just have that nice arch position in the bottom. That's probably what we need to focus on the most, is not getting to that overextended position and being able to swing through. You need to be able to hit this position. And then after that, it's keeping those long legs. So those are the two things that she really needs to work on next. Thanks for adding a tool to your toolbox, guys. I appreciate it. Cheers.